Football League. We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And they'll get him down inside with 30th to 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now the first carry here for their running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44.
That's good.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Complete.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
They'll drop the throw. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
The second down pass. Complete to number 1.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bennett. And nowhere to run in the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
A fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He finds his man complete. It's Bennett. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, McBride. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. McBride looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bennett. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. The home team's offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. We get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, and he sets the pace here in the latter stages of the season. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
He's got his man on the crossing route. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll come up now, third and 3.
A gain of 9 brings up third and
They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. First and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. They work now on second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. So the interception there, and Charles, I imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, McBride. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. They go play action here on first down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. When you look at this defense, well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just
in trouble, and he's taken down. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And that's the first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, McBride got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
46-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And he stopped immediately there. Now a 2nd and 10.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. I'll tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
36-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
20-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup. And that enables him to also pick up the first. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll go with the keeper. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control?
Well, they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this 1st half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Bennett. And some space here. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And, Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this and go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards, but he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. That is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. First down. It's Bennett. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they bring out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
At the 30-yard line.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Nightmare of the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
12 yards on the play. But it's 3rd.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
That back foot throw there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. McBride. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McBride. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
One final goal for this offense here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 33-yard line.
2nd and 5. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably got a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, complete. That's Bennett.
McBride.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd
From the gun on 3rd down. McBride. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead.
So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now he'll take this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
16 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McBride. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 11.
2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bennett. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. McBride. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Bennett. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Another first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
McBride.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
A gain of 2. Brings up second.
Looking to throw. McBride.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
Incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Under pressure, and down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Seems to me that our friend, old momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Back to throw. McBride. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there.
3 plays and out. It's fourth down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. 9-yard line. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The 28-yard line.
2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
But what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Bennett. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
It's complete to Williams.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 3.
From the gun on third down. McBride. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Their own 1-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
Brings up second and 7.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line.
49 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's first and 10 from the 11. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell them to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
On the pickup, brings up second and 2.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome.
And room there to work it inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
It's second and inches.
Looking to throw. McBride. Quick hitch, complete. It's Bennett. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. Back to throw. McBride.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. But hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming, 4th and 3.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll look to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays.
17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Danico Autry on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now
He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
It's a gain of 8.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. And he fires one incomplete. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Throwing to start the drive. McBride. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
First and 10 at the 40.
That one first down. He'll drop to throw it.
And that one too wide and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. McBride. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, into overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. Couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here.
And it pushes way forward and out to 32.
67 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Down the right sideline. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well with this with 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventionally. Hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Visitors 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Gets around him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
17 yards. Result is a first down.
Off play action. McBride over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
A gain of 15 results in a first down.
Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions.
This sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers, As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
The RPO, he'll keep it himself.
It's just a game of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes fourth down.
Operating from the gun, McBride.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
The field goal does nothing. It is touchdown or bust as they come up on third down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect the end zone.
Well, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pass incomplete.
Of course, this definitely 4-down territory. Gotta have a touchdown on these next 2 plays. Third and goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On fourth down, McBride. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on fourth and goal from the 3. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand.
So it's a win for the home side, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he was in complete control of this offense. He had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And to be honest, he really made it look easy out there.
So for the home team here, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.